You're no good for me. Yeah, down on my luck. Save no love for me. No love, now I'm a runaway. Never trusted you anyway. I'm down on my luck. You're bad company.
Hey, traders, welcome to the Sunday stream. Weekly candle close is upon us in less than 2 hours. Just doing what we do every day when we go live, and that's just to analyze Bitcoin and, you know, cryptos, but also equities when the when it's not the weekend mainly, and whatever. We look for an edge. We look for that cake baking formula on a chart. If it's there, we love it. If it's not there, who cares? We'll look for something else with what we want, right? So this weekend, last night we had a nice pump up to $49,300, and that got us to the highest price we had been since September 7th. September 7th, which was that fateful El Salvador day. That was the day that El Salvador officially made Bitcoin legal tender in their country, the first ever, and it was a sell the news event. But here we are, right back to those levels during the dump. So if you kind of look at where Bitcoin is locally, it looks like a high from August 13th is being tested maybe as support now. This weekend whipsawing, right? High is 49,300 all the way down today to $47,600. So just whatever. I think the story this weekend has been altcoins. Certain altcoins have gone berserk, and that's always a good sign. Binance coin hitting a target of the trade setup, and you had OMG coin that was up 30% yesterday. We'll look at those. Big on the daily. Could imagine a whole bunch of nothing burger. I really do like Bitcoin. Huge impulse up, indecision candle, and now today you might be engulfing. If you engulf a little bit, it's a 3-bar play. 3-bar play. One huge impulse candle, indecision candle, and then your third candle is higher than your first, than your first candle's close, and also your second candle's open. That's 3-bar stuff, and that's where you would continue upwards. You're just stalling at certainly levels that are local that have been regarded before. So eventual targets on Bitcoin after successfully holding $40,000, $42,000 for the first time in history as support. It was successful. We didn't know, but we really started feeling good on the 30th, going into that was the last day of the month. And literally the first day of the new month, Bitcoin was up 10%, breaking us out of the falling wedge pattern and getting us really separated far away from that old inflection point that was very, very critical. We didn't know what it was going to do there, but that certainly was an area where one could have sized up, strategizing long. Right, where could you put your stop losses just marginally below 40,665 and just hold? And look where we are, right? It paid off and it was also altcoins that were showing opportunity here too at their own respective inflection points from history. Binance sticks out hardcore. It wasn't the only one though, but eventual target that lines up with not just the bear shark idea, where we think we're on the C to D wave now. And if there's a shark, it's actually B to C, right? And also the A, B, C, D structure, the wave, the targets. This is the zone up here. I have it pictured in green. Between, it's really, I think between 57,500 and 61,248, because that's the, the inflection point that goes back to February 21st, 57.5, all the way and another, candle high close from March 13th, and it just so happens that the 1618 of the ABCD is right there, and the 886 happens to just be confluent with that candle high close from March. Wow, crazy. So based on historical price action between 42K and 57.5, I don't think it'd be that weird at all to see that eventually. Remember, October is the most bullish month historically for crypto and Bitcoin. Of all of them, September is historically the worst. We survived and did something brilliant that needed to be done. Confirmation for market participants know that the bottom's in by holding that level. That's seriously good. You're the weekly chat. Do you understand what's going on? Bitcoin in 1 hour and 37 minutes will be confirming a bullish engulfing candle on one of your most significant time scales. Absolutely incredible, chat. Yes, incredible stuff. On the weekly, hope is back. RSI still 56. Got to get back above 60. We tried once. Probably going to test it again, see if we get there. All right. So there are a lot of good things going on in this first week of October. I mean, this candle right here represents, time from September and October since the month closed just a few days ago. I hope y'all had a good weekend. Got to eat some food, hang out with friends and family, and all right, recharge your batteries or not, whatever, blow it out. Good stuff going on in the cryptosphere, man. Really, really good. So just don't be surprised if eventually we head up to 57.5, 61.2 for a lot of different reasons that have to do with Fibonacci extensions or just fib nodes. We'll just talk about complex waves. Increase our probability that that's the eventual target, okay? And it's the same on a lot of other assets. All right, I'll go to Ethereum. Up 1% on the day. And this is a trade setup. This is another one where one could have strategized reasonable entries and stop losses at inflection points. Yes. Reciprocal ABCDs. Yes. And somehow, some way, a third valley. But you didn't know, even on the third valley, until we got back up in the zone. Anything above 2,900, you feel a little bit more comfortable with a long. We got there. That was the entry. This thing's up $400 really since the entry. Strategic entry. And you think you're almost at, look, think about a 1.618 reciprocal ABCD. You're almost at the one that we're at 618, $3,500. Thinking that that first target would really be 35.37, going back to this is like actual price action March or May 5th, May 13th, September 7th, and the 15th. So you think it could go a little bit higher before maybe reacting more, and I think that this could go substantially higher. I think this could go test the 886 again, the old major 886 of its own shark. Well, really, it's a bullish 5.0 now that's successfully playing out. Yeah, big time. Hey, Meister John, thanks so much for joining the Patreon right now. Please be sure to sing the Patreon Discord. You gotta do that. I think you know that. Thank you, dude. Excellent. Oh, man. Below 1,000 patrons for the first time, and going on, it's at 10 months now.
I still have the video clip from 3 weeks ago where basically every single indicator was saying moon. That evening, it crashed and wrecked all participants. Never ever safe in crypto. Anyone who goes long right now could get destroyed. Just saying.
Well, I think a couple weeks from the El Salvador time, I don't know if it was showing that the asset Bitcoin had broken out above technical resistance points, was above 60 on the RSI, doing a lot of good things that we want to see, but sell the news event. You dumped. But when you dumped, what happened? Bitcoin there was a major inflection point. You had broken above $42,000 on the way up to the El Salvador 53,000 dump. But market participants had no idea that 42K was actually a support. And what do we always talk about in here? Levels of confirmation. Market participants love confirmation and don't like taking longs without it. Sometimes it happens, right? But when Bitcoin sold off, it was almost necessary if you wanted the strongest technical stuff to occur, or when, eventually the whole month of September, or at least half of it, or a little more than half, Bitcoin was testing that old 42,000 level as support for the first time ever. So it gave a better opportunity for market participants to long. So, hey, okay, but what was going on at that time? Was it really looking, Ethereum during that time was hitting like an 88% retrace from its previous high to low. That is never an area to be strategically going long. We actually coveted it when the dump happened. It's like, hey man, we might be setting up for a bullish 5.0. You go back to those streams, that was like just an idea. Well, the thing went a little bit lower than the 50% retrace. Unlike Total never went below the 50%. It touched it perfectly and rallied. But Ethereum, yeah. But Scott Carney talks about between the 50% and 618, the asset can range between there when it's trying to pivot, that's the pattern completion zone. He says oftentimes it goes below the 50% and can go closer to the 618, and that's okay. That's kind of what Ethereum did. Ethereum also did that in its smaller fractal structure, where it hit the 886 and then reversed and then sold off and lost 61.8% of its value. What the heck is that, man? 61% of its value, and then reversed. So we saw a bullish 5, but just went a little lower. There was a head and shoulders here too that almost hit its target, but it underperformed. And we knew when this thing pivoted at the 618 and rallied and did not hit the measure bid, we knew the trend was still bullish because of the violation, because of the underperformance of bearish patterns, bearish structures, and bullish trends. We know bearish sharks can turn into bullish 5-0s, and the trend was so bullish, and the trend still is technically really bullish. You just have a much, much larger fractal of the smaller one that occurred back in March. So you can say that, but there were like, when you said everything looked good, things did look good in certain ways where assets were above, they'd broken out, they had just broken out. 53K was that inflection point. It broke out. And then the RSI was above 60 because of that little breakout. But there was a long extended run before it with no back test, no confirmation of the breakout, right? And when there was no confirmation of the breakout, you dumped. So 53K was not a real breakout. You got a candle close confirmation, but you certainly did not get a back test, which is a stronger form of confirmation. So going to total real quick. I like totals. I know you do too, especially when totals hits a 50% retrace, the bullish 5-0 pattern completion zone, hits an inflection point from February, hits a 200-day moving average, and hits it once, twice, and is never able to touch it again. And it rallies, and now it's approaching the next major inflection point, which we know between these levels, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up. So you break that, that is where this bullish 5-0 could turn into a resumption of the overall long-term uptrend that we've been in for over a year now. We are in a very long-term uptrend. What are you talking about? You look since COVID, what we're doing?
We'll be trading
only making higher
soon.
Lows,
Book
including this previous time.
As always, much thanks to you and our community. It's the best. Much love.
New Boom Boy, thanks, dude. You understand, like, when you're in a long-term uptrends, you can go for full resets. You can lose 88% of your value from your previous respective swing low and still be in a long-term uptrend. You know how many assets did that in crypto? Like ICX was in a long-term uptrend. Even when it lost 88% of its value June 21st, it was still bullish because it had not made technically a lower low than its previous discernible swing lows. So the long-term uptrend was real. And so in long-term uptrends that are real, we look for those higher lows to confirm that the trend's okay. But then we look for confirmation lows, and we look for M shapes, and we look left for the context of where the historical resistance might be. And we knew once we got above $1 on ICX, it could double in price because it's done that every time historically, and it did it again. Successful trade setup here, and even showed us a beautiful continuation. If you had missed out on the legendary $1 entry, there was another way to get in. You could have, what was it? It was just an M shape, right? That 786 right there, and look at that. Look at that beautiful reaction and a 78% retrace. It's unreal, right? Gartley stuff right here. You reacted, but you didn't reverse. I mean, you could have argued that this was a reaction and this was the reversal. So yeah, we actually are in a long-term uptrend. How are we in a bearish trend? You can be in short-term downtrends, mid-term downtrends, sure, but the overall long-term downtrend is bullish. It's uptrend. Full resets happen, dude, all the time. Hey, look at this. Look at Chainlink, dude. Wow, remember that time it showed a reciprocal
Hey,
ABCD?
Mitch, can we look at coin/USDT? Thanks, man.
What's up, Retta? Thanks to 20. Sure, we'll look at that. Is that the first request of the day?
Greetings, Mr. Ray. Can you take a look at Tezos? Thanks.
Yeah, well, it says those things, dude, that killed it. It's mooning. So just looking at Chainlink, because it was also a trade setup. It was also showing opportunity, right? Because we knew long term, you know, right? Where do we bottom out in July? Substantially higher lows than we had in December, right? And in December and September of 2020, substantially higher lows than the lows we saw in March of 2020. Do you understand? Long-term uptrend, full resets. Yeah, you can be in short-term, mid-term downtrends. Fine, absolutely. Those are normally the waves down in the major M shape that eventually bottoms out normally at the 886 retraces. Okay, cool story. So you look for opportunity at those levels. We had identified a deep retrace, full reset. If you were part of the community back in July, you knew that it was all over the altcoins, and Bitcoin was just hanging out at that 30K level. So we didn't know if that was going to hold or not. It did. It eventually did. So targets. I mean, the first one, right? What's a reciprocal ABCD's target? With a 618 on C and a 1.618 on D. $30. The 618 from the high to low of the entire structure. Beautiful. 618ception. I gotta love it. It's golden. This is beautiful, man. So, I mean, there's more upside on Link, and there is no bearish divergence on the 4 hour. That's a really good sign. When an asset runs up like that, it's just stalling around the 200 moving average. It's not quite at any levels that make sense yet. You know, there's probably more upside. You could flounder around for a little while, but it'll eventually pivot and run higher. We don't know if it's going to do that, but we put, you know, money in to see if that was going to happen, you know, around 2350 or so. Yeah, I know it's not up substantially from the entry, right? Whatever. I mean, my God, it's only up 17.6% in 3 days. I know, pathetic, right? So trash. Pathetic yield. Oh, wait. You know, gold's down like 7% in a year. In a year. This is up 17% in 3 days. My God. That's perspective for you, you know. Anyway. So, what was it? Let's look at Cardano and Binance like we normally do. I try to make it a habit. Working on that. Sometimes I forget. Cardano, right? We were paying attention, monitoring that potential bottom. But we knew that $2.30 was going to act as a support resistance as a daily candle high close from May 15th. You haven't broken it yet. As long as this asset makes a higher low than $2, it'll probably run and test it again. And if it ever broke that, well, the issue is you can't just ignore historical context. So I think the neckline of this potential double bottom is 247. And it just happens to be the old all-time high from May 16th, wick high. You break that, I think you're going straight up to 292. But you did break a supply line by the looks of it. Wasn't really that great looking of a structure. Nothing like Binance. I mean, it was similar to Binance, just not as good looking. I think, or like, good God, what about, what was the other one that was stupid looking good? If you omitted one thing, the El Salvador scam wick. I scanned and found it earlier. We were talking about it on Patreon. I don't know. I'll have to think back on it. But anyway, Cardano's doing okay, but it's not yet making higher highs, right? Bitcoin is literally just made a higher high from September 17th, right? September 17th. Where was Cardano? Right here, 242. Cardano is not making higher highs yet. It hasn't even tested it yet. So underperforming Bitcoin right now. Binance up 0.77%. Well, chat. There it is. First profit taking level of the trade setup is 430. What's up, Aquaponics? Thanks, man. It was not stake. No, I'm talking Patreon night. We're talking about. We didn't talk about stake Patreon night. I don't know how to figure it out. It was good though. I think Jeff brought it up. Probes brought it up. So here we are, officially, finally, since I wasn't live yesterday, weekend, do the play-by-play on it. It's nice, man. Don't worry about the beep. It's a bug, right? Remember this time. This is stuff to take it, you know, the stream, man. Like you're watching the stream, you want value. Okay, this is literal value, right? February 18th, inflection point, first time ever created. That's why it's so important. And we had historical price action correlation there, but really confirmed it as resistance again. But then support once, then twice. It's like, okay, that means I don't know if this is gonna hold, but this is certainly a level where I could strategize stop loss, because I just have a stop loss below the daily candle high close from February. And if it falls below that, it probably failed, because that's what we're strategizing. We're strategizing the fact that it just sprung back above that level with a bullish and golden candle. Very nice. And so look what happened. You were even blessed enough to get a true spring back test right there, but you see where the stop loss was, just marginally below that level. It never hit it because that support was too strong. Market participants got the confirmation they needed, and then they ran it up, and here we are, target number 1 yesterday. We're not done though, right? This is where a pullback can happen. This is where people take profit, and this is where Bitcoin, if it pulls back, look at the level. Why do you think this is a profit taking level? Look left, see the old June 3rd high, the old April low. Do you understand why this is a profit taking level? Look, a high from August 15th. Look how many times historically Binance tested this level and reacted. And one time reacted really bad recently, but now we're back at it. A little's off the table, and it'll pull back. Okay, and when it pulls back, if it does, higher low than the previous discernible swing low, and then we go again and again and again to much higher levels. So that is a textbook falling wedge at inflection point, and there was bullish divergence. I think I mentioned it in the trade setup. I just didn't plot it here, but I'll, low, lower low. Look at that locally. It was so good, man. Oversold again. Just amazing technicals on Binance recently. Okay, that's your 4th or 5th largest crypto, depending on hex or whatever. Okay, let's go to these requests now. There's only a couple, man, so it's Sunday. People don't care. Okay, first request. Good old Tezos. Tezos did brilliant stuff. Tezos had an absolutely incredible textbook bullish chart. This is in an uptrend, a long-term uptrend. This is an asset that gave us the full reset. 88%. Not once. Market participants reacted. No one knew though. But the second time in July, that was it. That was it. And this is the major structure, almost 200-day large pattern. So the significance of those can manifest into major continuations. You've got a major continuation as of today, highest levels you've seen ever, I think, exceeding the high from May 7th. But you were blessed. If you missed the bottom down here, you were given a swing trading opportunity from market participants. They painted this beautiful bullish bat pattern. Now the problem is you got a reaction but no reversal. But this could have been the reversal from September 29th. What was once a major resistance from February became support. And at that level where there was support, chat, there was certainly hidden bullish divergence. A low, a higher low, higher levels of negative momentum implying a continuation, bullish continuation, and TA respected. So you're above $8. You're no man's land, right? Dang, man, this could be working on a major, holy crap. Dang, man, deep crab stuff. Yeah, deep crab. There's one pattern completion zone, and it's the 1.618, and it's a little over $10. Let's just say the next target's $10 on Tezos. But this is a terrible time to be taking along, right? There's no strategy involved. Strategically, maybe September 21st low, the 886 of a bat, or a back test of a spring from September 29th. Easily strategic areas, right?
Back to 2006. If it breaks much above $76, there's really no thing between that and $106.
Correct. Yes, that once $75 to $78 breaks $100. Yep. That is a major inflection. That is a stupidly major inflection point on oil. We'll look at it. Todd, thank you, man, for the 20.
Noise!
Hey Mitch, can we take a look at SRM? Thanks less than 3. 0.00584004
We'll look at SRM. Thanks, anonymous man. Much love. Super anonymous. So I think this is probably the wave structure that Tez is involved with right now, but it does not guarantee it'll get there, and it's certainly not something where like you're seeing this, you're like, oh, Mitch is saying there's more upside. You know, Mitch is saying there's still, from where it is right now, 20% more upside, which there still is, but it is not a level where you really want to be taking a shot, because yes, it's above a critical resistance from September 13th, but what happens if Bitcoin pulls back and Tesla just comes back down and back tests, you know, random levels from like the 19th, makes another higher low and then goes? If you entered now, you'd be down, right? Take one entry and didn't have a stop, or they had a stop loss trying to be strategic after a nice wave up, right? And it stops you out, falls down, you're like, hey, I did a good job, made a higher low, and then runs again, and you're like, crap, I missed it. I got stopped out at not a very strategic entry, and it rallied, and now it's back above my entry, and it's run to that $10 area. I mean, these are things you have to worry about when you're longing at not very good areas that make much sense, right? Down here, I mean, it tells us 886, it's beautiful, dude. Literally beautiful. Back test, look at that. The 886 of that bullish bat just happened to be a major inflection point from August 13th, an old swing high. And many times you've used it as resistance support. But it used it as support. Problem is there wasn't any kind of confirmation, but maybe the confirmation would have been the spring back test right here. Either way. More strategy involved on either one of these swing lows than where you are right now. Right? Aren't you trying to long on swing lows, pivot points, versus you've just, from the major inflection point, appreciated in value 59% in less than 4 days. That is just not ever a good entry for a long. Maybe it's up 5%, you know, at a pivot point, you know, like we did, like Ethereum, like, dang, man, it was up 5% that day, but it's like, dude, this is it. This is the third consecutive higher low. You're back above the inflection point. Bitcoin held 40K. Everything's starting to look okay again. All right, it's time. But not now after it runs up like that. All right, anyway, that was a request. So look at the next one. Well, I mean, there was some sort of, I mean, this had a complete reset too, right? It lost 88% of its value, rounded out, and it started making momentum shifting stuff, right? Price action, a low, the lowest low, then a higher low, then a rally, a higher high than previous high, then a higher low than previous low. And you've ran a huge run and you pulled back violently. But what'd you do? Another higher low. So more market participants own this asset than they did before. And now something extremely good's happened on OIN. I'll paint the picture for you so you can see it. The level of inflection that is probably more important than any other level that you're close to by many dollars is 33 to 34 cents. You're above that. Being above that level, historically, very good things happen. Look at this straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down price action that you receive above 34 cents eventually. You're above it again. Only after making a really cute little textbook bullish bat. Nice bullish bat right here. It's literally perfect, man. Maybe off by like one. No, I mean, actually, that little wick right there is what validated that. Holy crap, man. That's like an algorithmic bot was set up right there to buy the 886, and that was your reaction low. This is your reversal low. I've seen that before. These crazy S-coin markets where scam wicks act as reaction lows, and then you come back down near it, reversal low. So it is confirmed a bottom is in at the PCZ of a small bat structure. And that has ushered in a major breakout of an inflection point that goes all the way back to October last year, 1 year ago. So you could say that your first target here on OIN, if you're just trading the small pattern, is 54 cents. But if we zoom out and we look left, the context of this is far more significant, where we know eventually this asset could easily go to 83 cents again. And you have to understand the context of the asset. December last year, having crazy run, and then all year, most of the year, I would say like 7 months, it lost almost all that value, lost over 88%. We'll say 93% of its value was lost. Complete reset, and now you're reversing, and now you're back above inflection points. OIN could eventually see 83 cents above 33 cents. So kind of like OMG, kind of reminds me of OMG's $8 area. What one could do here, you just confirm the bottom so that you know this is valid, but having just a stop somewhere marginally below this level and just swinging for the fences of 83 cents eventually, because that's all it does eventually. Now you could say, you could be prudent here, and you can see like there's a high from March 14th and a high from April 30th. Sure. So you could say, all right, instead of swinging for the fence, I'll be conservative and have my first profit taking level at some other level where it has hit that and then come all the way back down to 37 cents or close to it anyway. So you just right there, that high on OIN. Okay, so 3.31 reward to risk on your first target. That I don't think is that big of a deal of resistance. The major one is 83 cents. So that is a way to size up OIN that has broken out, re-broken out again. There you go, that's OIN. It's actually pretty good. Can you believe it? Hey, if you're enjoying this live stream, it's education, Bitcoin above 48K, hit that like button, the bell, that sub. Thanks for being here. Let's spam those likes. See how many we get. See if we can beat the bread streams likes on a Sunday, man. Okay, there you go. I guess that could be technically a trade setup in ways, right? Let's look at the daily though. I mean, I wonder if we have some sort of, dude. Unbelievable. Yes, this strengthens the argument for this trade setup. You now have triple MACD hidden bullish divergence, where you made a low on price, then you made a lower or a higher low on price with higher levels of negative momentum. But are you trying to tell me you've now made your third higher low, and you're showing even higher levels of negative momentum? That's certainly waning right now. This is a very strong argument for a long on OIN. Do you understand, chat? I am not kidding. And I would say this. Your third target on OIN is going to be 99.5 cents. Almost $1. The daily argument coincides so well with that 4 hour. It is actionable, and a RSI is now giving you also hidden bullish divergence. OIN chat, do not ignore it. You can if you want, but please take heed of what's being taught and why, right? Why is this a good long? Why is this technically an awesome opportunity? I'm trying to tell you. I'm like trying to literally break it down like word for word on why, okay? All right. Sorry, I gotta do this real quick. Give me a sec. You can apply this traditional technical analysis on any chart, any asset, any market. It's universal like math. It's so good. So we got a long. We got a trend analysis, certainly consecutive higher highs, higher lows. Technical indicators, and you could say harmonic pattern in the smaller one, sure, or chart pattern with the second low, double bottom, sure. This is similar. This is kind of like an OMG type trade. It's not. I mean, it's actually maybe a little better than OMG. I mean, not in terms of performance. My God, little did we know OMG was going to go berserk like that. Oh yeah, we got new patrons in the past 48 hours. So big shout out to Ryan, Pekka H, Rob M, S Plus, Greg H, Ben V, JK, Prickly Hobbit, Daniel S, Thomas T. Thank you all for joining the Patreon. If you haven't joined the Discord, you certainly have to. If you want the value that you seek in the Patreon, it's all in the Discord, premium Discord. Thanks so much, all of y'all, for the support. Because this is the single, I mean, when you join the Patreon, it is the single best way to support what I do every single day. Right, coming back and providing this technical analysis, but also, I think most importantly, this education. That I think the more people that know about this, the better people's lives are going to be. This is everything. This is what everyone for 100 years plus, they put their life's work into this. I'm trying to teach that. What's up, Meth dude? Let's go. Let's freaking go.
Hype in the chat!
Tezos on Coinbase has the longest history. That crab PTZ lines up with the weekly ATH candle close, 0.0148346 ETH.
Thank you, Meth Man. Did I look at Tezos today? Yeah, I did. I'll go back to it since it was the first request and you're just making an amendum or whatever to it. You say Tezos on what? Coinbase? Coinbase Connect. What's going on? I was here. Oh, yeah. That was where I had actually identified the harmonic, but I had not done anything else. I thought there was more data. I guess it's 2017. What's up, Dow Jones, man? Thank you, dude. Yeah, so this is more data. Wow, this crazy 2017 pump and dump. Right there. That would certainly be a target, but we'll say $10, $10.20. Okay, $10.58, sure. Isn't that crazy, though, that I didn't even know that? And that's where we think it'd probably be headed. This is beautiful looking momentum shifting structure, right? Full reset, X, A, B, C, D, double bottom. Gotta love that though. That right there, one bottom, second bottom, hidden bullish divergence. That's the ticket, man. Look what's happening. After you make a low and a higher low above the 200 moving average with hidden bullish divergence, you ran up, you didn't ensure you'd make a higher high, you sold off only to make another higher low. And right here, right on the 4 hour, that was that mini bullish bat pattern. So good. Beautiful. Yep. Highest levels you've seen on Tezos today since December 18th, 2017. The target on this chart above May 8th's high is 1058. We're not talking about wave structures, but we are. And what I was talking about and showing you on this one is this right here, the deep crab. The deep crab. Right, the 1.618. There it is. Very close, right? Very, very close, Myth Man. X marks the spot. X marks the zone. 1020, 1058. Very good, dude. Thank you. All right, next request. Yes, we are at major levels again. We were here though in July. We had identified this. And it's like, how in the world could you ever talk about $100 until we break above $75 to $78, the inflection zone on US oil? You can't. But we're back at it, man. We're back at it after making substantially higher low than the previous lows. 178 breaks. Yes, sir. I don't know, man. You do have to, like, the major resistance is $100, but like you have to say, well, there was one time, you know, it was really multiple times where we've had price action. Candle low close from December 2007, a high from April 2010. Look at this, couple lows from 2012, 2013. That's real. I mean, like, you know, that means like the asset hits this, it can come back down to $78 to back test, right? So you do keep in mind there is $87, $86.91. If US oil can continue. Right now, all it's doing, it has not made higher highs. It's made the exact same high from late June, early July. And it's still like at an area, like, look, I mean, September, October 2018, couldn't break it. I think you have some work to do. So you can't get cocky until we make a higher high, and then we break 78 bucks, and hopefully we could maybe back test it as support, but I don't know if you're going to get that. I mean, you did before, 2007. Broke out, you back tested it, then you went higher. Okay, that's your US oil. Not actionable for a trade or anything, but if it's not actionable for a trade, we're going to talk about its critical levels, its inflection points, and it's at it. It's in the zone right now. Okay. Next one was, not many today, not many requests today, man. I don't know. Oh boy. SRM, beautiful. Absolutely amazing how the asset held, just like Bitcoin held 42K, SRM held February 23rd's high from that $7 point. If you could hold that, you could be in good shape. You did hold it. There was no divergence of any sort. You made the lower low. All right, it depends on if it was this low. Yeah, I mean, you could say on the RSI from this low to this low, there was hidden bullish divergence. Very little price action between $7 and $11.72, wouldn't you say? Straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. So this could eventually head on up to $11.72 again. Whoops. Oh yeah, this one had that thing. Yeah, it broke out, back tested it, gone. So yeah, I mean, you do want to, I don't know, man. You don't want to, like, you made a high, a higher high, a higher high, the highest high, then a lower high. You don't want to make another lower high. I don't know. You made a higher high than this high from September 24th, so you're good there. I think it was like lower risk areas for long, $7. You're at $8.89 now, so there's no action to take currently at this time. But yeah, anything above $7 could be really good. Could be more upside. All right, that was it. That was the last request. Wow, dude, I've only been live 48 minutes. What's going on, dude? Good to see chats as lively as ever. Okay. So we go across the 800 watching. I wouldn't believe it, dude. No way. But just going across the market, because what else there to do? Look at Algo as it tried to bottom out and really caught some bids and is back above all major inflection points. Very, very good. I would think this could be setting up for, this is like an 886 retrace. Why? It's like a dragon, but it's an 886. Turn into a bearish bat pattern. So I think this is a lot more upside, and it'll eventually get there, you think? Right, eventually the target on Algo is 245.
Noise!
Yep.
Can you look at XRP?
What's up, Philly Dream? Yeah, we'll look at XRP, sure. So Algo, above all critical levels again from history. You pretty much, you're close to confirming the bottom. The neckline is $2, 206. And that's the bad action magnet move. You break that, you high probability you go to 243 again. Very good, dude. Nice one on Algo. XRP, yep, that bounced off some level of 1.135% today. It bounced off that 88-cent level that just goes back to April 24th. You bounced once. I mean, it was like, okay, 88 cents to XRP, 40K, 42K to Bitcoin, 2,900 to 3,000 for Ethereum. Right, they all have their levels. And now XRP bounced off that and is hitting another major level. Extremely important. Must be broken eventually from May 31st, $1.10. You've tested it and no higher yet. Not so much of a structure I see that sticks out, and if it was anything, it has not gone near to, it only retraced from its previous low to high 50%, about halfway, which is not very good value area. The best value areas would probably be down at like 60 cents, 69 cents, major inflection point, but you may not get there if Bitcoin wants to continue upwards. This has not made locally a higher high yet. Its previous high. The most recent event was the lower low, the lowest low of the pullback. So I don't have much confidence on XRP right now. Testing a major resistance point, not making higher highs, not showing an edge. So XRP is XRP, but there's no trade setup worthy stuff going on with it right now. And that's what we're really looking for. We're looking for those low risk, high reward opportunities where all the variables are congregating in one area. Everything lines up, stars align. Oh my God, time to bake the cake. This is not cake baking on XRP right now. And that's okay. Doesn't mean XRP sucks or it's bad or it's terrible, it's evil. It just means there's no way to strategize along here. That makes sense to me. And that's okay. Maybe someone else can strategize along because they're smarter than me or something. Okay? Let's see. What was the one I was talking about? Gosh dang, man. I got to, I was scanning. Give me 2 seconds. I'll try to find it real quick, okay? Oh, was that it? It was it, man. I found it. It was Matic. Matic coin was the crazy looking falling wedge. Okay. That I really like Matic above 125. I think a back test of 125 could be unreal. Like if you got a back test of 125 to 120, that would be a dream entry for a long trade setup. Okay, it really would, dude. That is the level that makes so much sense. You test it, you take the long, and if it plays out, right? We don't know if it'll play out, but we have stop losses just marginally below 120 in case it fails. Say it holds like a lot of these have been holding, the target would be 163. As we know historically, that is where the price normally goes when it holds this level. Okay, so Matic was the one I was thinking about, the falling wedge, all right? Yeah, no, Doge has a harmonic structure for sure, but I thought it was like a bat, you know, that was a 50% retrace on B and never got close to the 886, you know. So let's see what happens with Matic, you know, have an alert set up, because if you hear this beep, it might be long time. We love you long time, Matic, if you can get 120 to 125 for us for just a confirmation test. Just come down to confirm the bottom's in, so we as market participants gain confidence to take longs. That would be amazing, but it may not happen because we have no idea what's going to happen on these markets. All we know is where major levels are that makes sense to strategize longs for entries, stop losses, and take profits. That's all it's about, man. That's the realist technical analysis. Yes, you have technical analysis of, you know, 1 year plus predictions. That's just the longer out you go, the more, you know, subject you are to variables that you don't even know about. Oh, China ban or whatever, you know, that could, or the US ban or whatever. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm just saying, like, it's an example. The longer you go out, the harder it is to gauge where something's going to go, right? Now, if you have an argument with like an 886 retrace over a 200-day large structure, that's different. That means it could take time, but man, it's really strong and could eventually go to much higher prices. Okay, was there a request? Nope, that was XRP. We looked at it. Let me show you just one real quick. Stake, dude. Stake's absolutely incredible. This was identified in August, late August. Okay, it was absolutely incredible. The argument was so strong for a long here. Value, ice lines, momentum shifting structures, pattern completion zones of not just one large M shape, but also a bullish butterfly. Hidden divergence.
You look at Hex yet?
What's up, Kush? No, I have not looked at Hex. Why would I look at Hex? I think you did. No, the yellow orange lines are just like, that day I had yellow lines. it just gets too, like, I look at too many charts, so sometimes it's just like, oh, what color is it? Oh, it's on yellow. Okay, I don't care. I'm looking at this. I'm setting these levels and I'm moving on, you know, in my scanning sessions. So yellow, orange, you know, sorry, like they're not that. Just think about any kind of horizontal line as a resistance. Okay, sorry. So stake though made its lower low. Now it's making higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and confirming. Right, you can see this local double bottom off the 200 moving average on the 4 hour. Incredible. Going to test $15 to $16 again. Ever breaks that, $20, then $26. This thing could eventually go all the way back up to $26, $28, and it wouldn't be weird at all. It would actually make too much sense. Okay, this was a trade setup back in January. Stake, perfect. Double bottom and inflection points. Look where it went. Went all the way, hit all the targets, and exceeded them a little bit. But here we are again, back at the same levels, a complete reset. This is where market participants love longing. Stake, $7.50. They love exiting. Stake, $42. It's crazy, man. Same market participants probably from before. Pay attention. I mean, just showing you, man. Like there's a lot of assets that, if you zoom out, look really good, better than others. There's no hype on GRT. What are you talking about? It's just another S coin, but it got diluted, so it's actually crap. Imagine diluting your S coin. Probably to make more money yourself as a developer. Trash. No thanks, dude. Oh, wow. Dang, this is, I haven't even looked at this lately. This could be really interesting. Okay, so Kai to the US dollar. Crazy looking bullish shark who caught a reaction low, but maybe, just maybe, finally Kai has achieving a confirmation low months later. Dang, man. And the confirmation low itself just happens to be some sort of a bullish harmonic. Let's omit that crazy scam wick, you know. Let's be reasonable here. Look at that. Dang, it's 100% retrace. It was an M shape. It's not a formal harmonic at all. It's just an M-shaped structure, okay? And one bottom, second bottom, you look left. This could be the bottom on Kai. Kai could be confirming that the bottom is in a long-term uptrend. All you do, you make higher lows, higher highs, and now you're making a complete reset and a higher low once. I don't know, man. Second time, this could be it. And what does this imply? This. Kai is implying that right now. Okay. 13 cents probably eventually. But minimum target on the local structure is like, you know, 7.5 cents. But, you know, up at these levels, there's just no resistance, man. It's like you break 7, 8 cents. Boom, 14 cents fast. Double up. Okay, I don't know. Just looking at it right now. Loop ring, really interesting. Wow. Loop ring, back testing a couple times. The September high. Wow. Once and twice. Very good bullish divergence on the 4 hour. Right there. Anything above 38 cents could be really, really nice on loop ring. I don't have the strategic right now, but maybe it comes to back tests. 38 cents as support. That'd be insane, man. Literally insane. Target eventually above 38 cents, 48 cents. Okay, cool. Loop ring, another huge harmonic that played out. You might be bottoming out here. 1 time, 2 times. Moderate retrace. Could be happening. Could be, you know, trying to confirm a bottom here. I think a couple of these are doing that. And it's not just, oh, confirming bottom. It's like, look left. Oh, yeah, that's pretty real. That's not a joke area. Right, that one time, that was a major look. I mean, you go back to, right, like December 2017. Look, it was support here. April 2018, sprung back, tested the spring, went crazy. Pay attention to 37 cents. This is not a joke area. see here.
Noise!
Oops.
Mitch, what do you make of the on NASDAQ? Some at some kind of inflection point. Some sort of harmonic starting 17th of August looks very straight up, straight down.
I don't know, we'll look at it. Happy Sunday, thank you, man. I don't know, man, good God. Inflection point, by the way, but who cares? Not even, this is 458,000 volume, so your volume, who knows how long it'll crap around here. I don't know. I mean, it had a buying climax, right? Clearly market participants longed it here. It's back down. No edge. There's no edge on the 4-hour anyway, but daily. Wow, it did react pretty well off that 576 area, huh? But it could go down another... You could go down another 11%, 10.9% before it hits the bottom of the zone of inflection, right? But yeah, maybe potential double bottoms going on. I don't think there's any edge. Nothing's implying that it's going to reverse here yet. So prudence, I think being just waiting, patience. Let's keep watching it, keep monitoring it. But it doesn't have a million volume, so it's not very liquid, is it? Not really at all.
Noise!
Good evening. What do you think about storage?
What's
It's
up,
a low
Mikhail?
cap token.
I know storage. Storage was good. Then it broke the support when Bitcoin dumped again. And I think it's back above it. I think it was a bullish butterfly, and you're back above major resistance, I think. Oh, no. You're very, very, very close here. Let me show you. Let me show you here. What was once a major resistance, support, resistance, is resistance. So until storage gets back above 130, 129, whatever, I'm just a little bit, I don't like it right now. I do like it if it does this. Okay, if this asset breaks above 128 and then successfully back tests it as support, then I'll like it again. Because when it does that and confirms it, then this would probably happen. Right? That's what you're looking for. But you're below the critical levels. And that's okay. I mean, and you are now, what was once a resistance is just being regarded as resistance again. So certainly no action to take on this asset. Not yet. If you want to be long. Nothing to do yet. Just wait. Have an alert set up above like 128. Then you can be bullish again. Just, it's all about the levels, man. We don't know if the levels are going to be broken or if they're going to hold. But we look and we get more data and we can see what's occurring, and nothing really significant has occurred yet bullishly. Get above 129 and you'll then be probably bullish again, okay? Nice butterfly though, very textbook bullish butterfly, reversed right at the 1.61 at the PCZ of it. Nice, that's about it. Okay. Yeah, you could say ABCD too. Reciprocal ABCD. Sure. Whatever. Yeah. 45%. Yep. Almost 1618. Didn't quite get there. It's very close. Yeah. That is also a reciprocal ABCD like others. Sure. Kind of weird looking, but okay. No local gap. Let's go. Yeah, the pullback. That pullback got us that, right? Let me check that real quick. I know mine's delayed, but it's at least going to show. This is amazing, dude. Don't you love this? Wow, dude. Wow. CME futures. Because of this pullback we got this today before the open, CME futures opened. No gap. Nice. No gap to fill. No gap boys can exist right now. I mean, there is a gap, certainly at $32,385, but there is also certainly a gap at $62,000. There was a gap at $50,000, but twice we filled that gap. August 23rd, then the El Salvador pump and dump. I say pump and dump. It was a run up to it and then sell the news event. And now here we are again. And just at a local high, $48,000. Okay, So yeah, no gap. We're good. Yeah. Why not? Why don't just take a move over to a really, really nice one. Been so good to us. I mean, absolutely incredible to us. Okay. OMG. Oh my God. Most textbook bullish bat you could perceive. I mean, it was pretty perfect in many ways, and it made an 88% retrace, a full reset. The overall bullish trend, lows on price. Look, lows on price, higher lows on price, higher highs on price. You sell off, then higher lows for a while than your previous lows, and then a huge mark up, an M shape, and then another higher low than those previous lows. Uptrend, long-term uptrend. Reaction low, reversal low. Huge rally. This was identified before, but something more just as significant was occurring recently in the past like month and a half, where OMG had broken above $8, a major level, and held. And it took a while, dude. I even called it a position trade because it was just gonna test you, and you just anything above $8, bullish. Below it, not as bullish, but still there was a demand line. It never tested. It was super strong. And entry was around 920 or something, 922, and take profit 893 because that is a fib extension, the high to low of this major structure. My God, it was only a few percentage points off.
Noise!
5% off the first target.
MKR/used.
What's up, Zong? Thanks for the 20, dude. Really appreciate it. Okay. So this is just it, man. This is the way I had perceived things. Flexion point, going, dude, it was so real. Traditional technical analysis, if you learn it, this is what you can do too, okay? You can identify these things, okay? When OMG regards $8 as support, look what can happen. Look what happens when OMG holds $8 as support. And also resistance gets wrecked. It regarded as support for like 6 weeks. So there you go, dude. Never got stopped out because it never fell below $8 because that was a strategic entry area. Because below that, historically, it's not very good. But if it stays, you're good. That's it, man. I didn't know it was going to hold. But I knew historically above $8 what happens. And that's sometimes all you need to know. OMG to Bitcoin also looked incredible. That strengthened the argument. Where OMG was extremely powerful to Bitcoin. Where we had noticed a higher low, and then you were just testing up against a major inflection point where we knew what was going to happen if it broke. We knew it was a swing low, first time ever, July 2017. And you tested it, failed May 28th, 2020, tested it, failed May 13th. Recently kind of tested it and failed a little bit, but just rallied back and then broke out, okay? You look at the OMG to BTC pairs to see where it's at, showing a Wyckoff accumulation bottom, right? Go to the weekly on this thing. It looks unreal. Yep, this is what we identified. Bullish convergence, divergence down here. And look at it. It probably won't stop till 45, 67, 48, 58. It's absolutely incredible, dude. That was also for patrons. I pinged you on this. I gave the argument with the US dollar trade setup, but I added this to strengthen the US dollar trade setup, right? Yes. You can say that's why it's pumping. Sure, dude. Can you hear the music back on, man? Dude, I mean, I'd go all day just looking at S coins, you know, blindly looking at S coins. But yeah, whatever. I do that like not live, you know. Was there anything else? Oh yeah, Maker. We're looking at Maker right now. Yep. Maker actually at a pretty interesting level. Yep, it is. Certainly is at an interesting level. $2,000 around there. I mean, it's at 2,500 now, but yep, look at this, okay? Major bullish alternate bat pattern. Alternate bat pattern. How is it an alternate bat? Well, 38% on B. It has to be shallow, very shallow, and a lower high on C. And when it is valid as an alternate bat pattern, not a standard, Scott Carney talks about between the 886 and the 113% retrace. It's almost, think about an alternate bat pattern like a shark pattern, but of course it has the different characteristics that I just told you about. Go all the way down to 113. He says in the textbook, oftentimes alternate bat patterns can hit 100% retraces. That pretty much did it from the low point where X was. Inflection point, major inflection point, confirming a bottom, falling wedge, broke out. Anything above 2364, eventual target, probably $3,000. Eventual target, $3,000. Okay, that's your Maker. Zong zong. And now if it comes and back tests, my God, 2360, makes another higher low, dude, that's long. That's some serious strategic action to take, right? Just having a stop loss marginally below like 2360, 2250 really. It's the zone. Anything below that zone, you probably don't want anything to do with it. But we do just want to see a higher low than the second low. And that would really confirm things that accumulation's really happening right now. Because, you know, on this, the problem is psychologically, buyers and sellers, right? This hit pretty much 100% retrace. So it's like, it's kind of hard to confirm there's accumulation. But at the same time, if it made the same low as the low from July 20th, that low was higher than the previous lows before it many times. So it could just be confirmation low that you're making accumulation, I guess, right? Yeah, a lot more upside on this is possible.
$50.
So,
hey Mitch, could you take a look at
Desai.
Verboats and equity when you get a chance? Looks like a potential breakout, at least to me. Neutral face. Nonetheless, please have a gander and share your thoughts. As always, thank you kindly, Maylord.
Dude, Mr. Desai, thanks for the 50. Holy crap. And another 50 coming in from Real Estate Guys. We will look at Verb. Thank you, dude. Yes. Absolutely, man. Boom. Leroy Jenkins for simultaneous 50s. Wow.
Real Estate Guys super chatted $49.99. OHM please, my friend. I think the die pair has more data.
We can certainly look at OHM. Yeah, that's the only one I saw. We've looked at that almost every time I streamed. I think someone's requested it. It might be you, someone else. OHM was looking good. All I can remember is it was looking good. I look at too many charts. But it just, OHM good, technically, I think. Thank you. What's up, Notch?
Would like OHM again, please. It looks like it broke out from Friday and I'm wondering where to set my stops at. Thanks for all you do. Also, any opinion on the project itself? Thanks for all that
No
you've
opinion
done
on
for me
any of
and
these
my
projects,
fam.
man. None. Besides Bitcoin. And that Bitcoin project is, well, look what's going on in the world. Authoritarianism's taken over. Right? This woke, crazy, psycho cancel culture is metastasizing into every sector of everything. And soon, probably eventually, it will inject it will metastasize into the financial sector, which would be the Federal Reserve. And, you know, that's where behavioral economics comes in. So I don't want to be a part of that crap. So Bitcoin to me feels like some sort of alternative form or alternative economic system that I do like being a part of because it's decentralized and there's no one to say I can or can't do things, right? Plus the money printing. I mean, the unprecedented amount of money printing that I don't think anyone understands what's going to happen from it. Well, we already seeing it. I mean, and it hasn't even been very long, like how much everything is inflated in price. All right, so I went. This is anecdotal. Who cares? But I'm sure people have these. But I went to a bar. Like someone's birthday, they rented out a place, rented out top of a restaurant.
Hey man, hope you had a good weekend. Can you take a look at Matic if you haven't yet, please, sir? Oh, when September ends.
We literally looked at it, V-Marts. Yep, when September ends, literally less than 4 hours after September ends. Yep, 12 hour or 8 hours up 10% in 8 hours into the first of the month of October. Historically the best. Up 10%.
Yo, 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 oi, oi, yo, what's up, Mitch? Can we check on UMA/USD on your favorite exchange? Can it be a late bloomer? Thanks for great advice. Peace. 0.006000000 ETH.
What's up, Gully? Yeah, we'll look at it. Thank you. There were no requests, and then there were many. I'll look at it. Absolutely. Okay. So yeah, the anecdote. Just, I mean, give me a break. You ever had a Michelob Ultra? Literally water with like a splash of alcohol and carbonation. That's it. What do you think it costs to make one Michelob Ultra, chat? What's the cost of everything? You know, manpower, or not even manpower. It's like robots doing it, right? Machines. The material for the piece of aluminum. What do you think? One slim can, right? 12 ounces or whatever it is. 8. I can't remember how many ounces. You know, 14 cents, 9 cents. Okay, well, I was charged $6 for a Michelob Ultra. 6. I've never been charged that much for a Michelob in my life. So that's just like, okay, everything's going up in price. Everything, man. So I like threw down a 5. I'm like, oh, this will cover my Michelob. And he's like, it's actually 6. I'm like, all right, whatever. I threw another 5 down. I'm like, keep it. You're good, dude. I said, well, how about inflation, huh? I wouldn't complain. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just like, I'm shocked. I'm like genuinely taken aback by that. Surprised. Okay. $8 in San Diego. There you go, dude. Even worse.
Hey Mitch, can you look at BCH on Coinbase weekly and daily scales?
Oh, yes. Yes, we'll look at Bitcoin Cash. No one ever asks about Bitcoin Cash anymore, man. They ask about Matic
Are
or
there any
something.
alts you believe in fundamentally?
Believe in fundamentally? I don't know. I believe in blockchain. And I think what's going to happen is publicly traded companies that can prove they make money via earnings per share, right? Price to earnings, balance sheets, positive balance sheets, cash reserves, right? Research and development. I think, you know, good CapEx. I think those companies are going to just eventually begin to acquire these S coins because they probably do have, they're good projects, right? And so, like, I think that's the way the system's going to shift, where it's just going to eventually become absorbed. And that's really good for the space. These assets will moon off that, right?
Thanks, man.
So it's like, I think VeChain's got like interesting logistical value, right? With the bots in VeChain sync up with AI, and it can help with airports. I think that's already happening. I think that's where we're going. I mean, yeah, I think a lot of them probably have good use cases. But what crypto like was created, and now we're starting to shift. Everything, all these projects were invented and came up with, and maybe the ones that have working projects, some of them, like the problems didn't even exist yet when they were made for what they were gonna fix, right? So now, like, the further we go in time, the more problems you're gonna have with artificial intelligence and bots and programming. So you know, they're gonna find their place in the world, but it might be the way I just said, where companies with huge cash reserves just start buying them and utilizing what they were doing for their own company or whatever, right? No, but yeah. I mean, are you asking me why does it matter what I think? There are ones that have, certainly have use case. Yes. Ethereum, certainly, right? But there are alternatives to Ethereum that, you know, that solve the gas fees problem and all that. Anyway, let's move on. We just got some requests now. I gotta handle. Give me a break. Let's see. First request of the frenzy. Verb, no. I mean, Verb could be bottoming out, sure, but it's not at a strategic entry level. It's a beautiful, beautiful range, is it not? There was a gap fill. The gap filled. Isn't that brilliant? And that is exactly where the reversal occurred. It is, yes, it is holding that 200-day moving average very well. Once. Just kidding, twice. There was bullish divergence on the MACD. So it could be bottoming out, but it's, you know, it's maybe having a stop below 170, just where it pivoted. The target, I think, if it was going to run again, would be 260. Like, if it's confirming a bottom here, and it's actually going to run and not dump all the way to 94 cents again, which is definitely the easiest strategic entry area because of history, this thing could go to 260. But if it's in the middle of a range, you know how that is. It's just, you could fall below 170, you know, go to 165, pivot, and then run to 260. Or you fall below 160, then pivot and go to 260. So it's tough. I mean, 75 cents to 95 cents is like the best area to take a long here. And look what happened. Went up, filled a gap, and that was it. But locally, it does look like market participants are attempting to confirm the bottom is in again. And it's bouncing happenstance off the 200-day moving average. So you could see 260 again if this is real. I don't know if it's real. Okay, that's all I can give you on Verb. Thank you, Mr. Desai. All right, next one. Yeah, this is the only one, man. There is no OHM to US dollar that I saw, right? We have 25 minutes until your daily, weekly candle close. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. All right, here it is. OHM continuing to moon. We talked about anything above 657 is eventually $1,056. I think you're on the way. I think at some point, any point, you can pull back, create an A, B, C, D, but it's not doing that. It's like once it hit the 78% retrace of a bullish cipher pattern, it reacted, and that was it. It was gone. And it could be continuing to be gone until it hits $1,056. What's up, blockchain gang? Let's go.
Blockchain gang tipped $102.71.
Let's go, dude.
Just flash the $X chart once and keep showing the best TA on the tube. 0.030000000 ETH.
Well, that's we'll look at X, certainly. I mean, hey man, isn't everyone that really likes X rich off X? So, you know, we'll look at it. It actually is doing something technically very good. I actually showed patrons today about the Hex chart. Yeah, making a higher low. Oh my, it's nice looking. Volkowski bump stuff. Okay. So OHM, there is nothing to do strategically right now. There's no entry. So all I can tell you about is the levels and giving you an update from every time you request it. 1,056 target eventually. I don't know when it's going to be. It could come and back test 657 as support before going higher. Not an entry level right now, but beautiful how it's playing out. The M shape played out. It's so nice. Okay, B-Marts, we looked at Matic. You know, we did look at Matic. We looked at OHM. UMA looks wonderful here. Oh my god, dude. It looked really good, but now it looks even better. This is it, man. This is the bottom. I mean, I'm not calling a bottom, but I'm saying the probability is extremely high. The bottom is being put in right now, okay? Major M shape, but it's not just the major M shape. It is the fact that on the daily, UMA, right, one major bottom. It was actually one bottom, a second bottom, huge rally, but then a reversal. And now you're making another M shape. Kind of reminds me of Kai a little bit, right? We looked at that. This is a textbook bullish bat pattern at the PCZ of another major M shape, okay? It lost pretty much 100% of its value, so it's a big underperformer, where most assets did not lose 96%, right? But this right here, this is it, chat. UMA could be done, like making, I mean, it could be completely done. It's just now made its first higher low. Its first higher low since, you know, way up here in April, whatever. So I think your eventual target on UMA. 1325 is just that high back from October of 2020, December 2020. And then above that is just going to be the 1577. So, yep, I think you're bottoming out on UMA, and it's at very low risk areas. Hold on. Yeah, there it is. It's fantastic. Wish I looked at all. I don't know, man. Just look at all of them, man. It's pretty awesome here. Now I'm good one more time, but dang, you can't say it's not bullishly diverging on the RSI. Very nice. Yeah, deep value areas, creating an M shape. That's as low risk as it gets. Now, if you came down one more time and tested the same level, it could be really good, but it could be already done. So yeah, take heed of UMA. It actually looks really good here. And your upside targets, minimum 1325 and 1577. Okay, and then it could go insane above that, you know. So, yep, UMA looks good. All right, next one. Oops. Dude. There we go. He asked about the weekly. Yeah, okay. Gave me an exchange too. Nice. Dig it, man. Oh yeah. Bitcoin Cash is holding successfully above the June 2019 and February 2020 inflection points. This is super bullish. Very, very bullish above those levels. You understand last time you kind of held those levels, you went berserk. This is another one where you're in a very long-term uptrend. Imagine arguing with the fact that you're not in a long-term uptrend. Imagine seriously saying that Bitcoin Cash since the COVID crash is not in an uptrend long-term. The higher highs, higher lows speak for themselves. Even here, July 19th, you made a higher low, technically, than the low from January 28th. Yep. And now you're doing it again, but this time you're holding this level. Super important. Minimum upside 650. You break 650, you're going up to 750. After that, 874. There's a lot of support resistance, a lot of inflection points on this one. So, yeah, it's like a cipher. I don't even think it went 78% on a retrace, right? Did it? It did. Oh my God. You talking about a cipher going on? Yep. Hey, we're back in. Dude, when's the last time 786 cipher's been playing out? I mean, it's not really valid because it went too deep on C. This is actually more so, it should be a bat, or I'm sorry, a shark, but we're seeing a multitude of 786 retraces. But it's not just about, right? It's not just about PCZs and stuff, the context, right? Like Bulkowski even talks about, why do measured moves don't happen? Why do they not happen? Why do they fail? Context of the chart. If you look left, there might be a resistance, a major resistance inflection point below where the measured move is. So the asset could never get to the measured move because of that inflection point. So same thing. Maybe you can't get to an 886 because it's far too strong of a support. Market participants are keeping this level propped up. Oh yeah, that makes sense, man. Okay. Right, that level's holding, and anything above $500 is bullish. You have to be bullish on Bitcoin Cash above 500 bucks. Yep. Okay, maybe a back test of a spring. You get down to 518 from here. Oh my God, it could be a blessing. Okay. Next request. Going in order, of course. Go in order. First come, first serve on requests. Yeah, so BAL hit the first target of the trade setup, and that was it, right? And it's doing a complete reset. Complete reset on BAL. No edge on the daily, but I could certainly see if you anchored here from this low, that's very discernible. What we got? You know what we got. Got ourselves a perfect bullish bat pattern on the daily, chat. Nice reaction you got. 1618 fib extension for BTC. Wow. Full reset. Yeah, it's bullish. You're in an uptrend. You made another higher low than the low from July. Yep, more accumulation. This asset where it is, unfortunately for BAO, this is your issue. You were in between two major inflection points. Between $17 and $26. It's kind of straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. Straight up, straight down, straight up. Straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. So if you're in the middle, it could go straight up to $26, or it could actually literally come down to $17 to test it perfectly, right? I think it's more like a little zone there. Yeah, it's like $18, $17 to $18 zone. These are the levels that are very important. You were near the bottom and you bounce. Now you're in the midpoint, you're midway to the next major level, and so that's probably where it could go to. I don't know. You break that, yeah, you're going to $35 again, like you did before. So we knew if BAO was going to break $26, it was going to go to $34 probably. It did, and then it topped out and reset completely, but still in an uptrend because higher lows than the previous lows and the previous lows before it. So yeah, beautiful M shape here. It's a shark, and it's beginning to react. It has reacted. That's it. Next request was, you could guess, Hex of 2.4%. The daily, you can't really tell, right? It's that huge ascending triangle, still just skating along a demand line. Very real. How market participants are trying to hold this. May not hold though. But if you look at the 4 hour, it might give us a little bit more of a clue that things are okay. I kind of like the way it looks right here, where you're making a low on price, testing that level very well. I know it's a little scuffed because, I don't know, man, the daily and the 4 hour are just different. I anchored on the daily and you can see like the trend lines just aren't there on the 4 hour, but we know it's real. So look what's happening. You tested it once, a few times, held, it rallied and sold off again. And what are you doing? Psychologically, very good things. You are back testing that level as support for the second time. And just so happens the second time is a higher low. So that's a accumulation. And is accumulatory a word? Because we should make that up, accumulatory. It is making an accumulatory low. So I don't even have to, because that means like it's a higher low and there's accumulation. So a higher low, back testing a demand line above the 200 moving average. If market participants are truly telling us what's going on right now, this could probably be next. Okay. We cool? Not a word or is a word? Chat, someone let me know. Accumulatory. How is that not a word, dude? Sounds so good. Been live 1 hour 34 minutes. If you're enjoying it, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Thanks so much. Okay, so Hex actually looks like it might, on the 4 hour, might be setting up for higher prices, chat. Yep. Accumulationary. Ah, it's an accumulationary low. I like it, accumulationary. Nice. Let's see, next request. That was it. There are no more requests. We did it, man. It's been a decently lengthy stream. Here's Bitcoin again. 13 minutes. Well, it's run out the clock situation. I do have a dinner party to go to downtown. Super fancy, of course. Spritzers and private chefs, all the luxurious things. So yeah, I think we have confirmed that C is a real swing low and it's an ABCD, and we've just kind of begun the C to D wave, and the C to D wave for that idea, or the shark way up here, 57.5 to 61.2. This is the green area, marks where the waves should probably take us if you care about wave structures. Okay. Again, we look at the weekly. This is a major development that if you're watching the stream, how many people? There's like 5 people watching now. 871. Okay, sorry. of the 871 watching, one main thing you get out of this is to understand that in 12 minutes, we will confirm a major bullish engulfing candle. Now, yeah, you had an engulfing candle in not very good context, August 30th, but the last time we had a major engulfing candle bouncing off critical levels was July 19th. We had 5 weeks of straight higher highs on candle closes after that engulfing candle, so immediate fall through price action. So what we're looking for, right? We want a true, amazing, bullish engulfing candle on the weekly. We want to see immediate fall through price action next week. So we want to see another big green candle, more markups to take us back to the high we saw before El Salvador news-driven catalyst sold off. That's where we're going next week. Where we would think it would go if we caught fall through price action. Now you can spend a week doing nothing as long as it just holds above the open, which was like $43,000. But yeah, this is a very big development. This could be the beginning. After back testing and holding levels as support successfully, I think it is. Right on the weekly right here. Look at that wick high from January 4th. You spent 2 freaking weeks back testing it as support. And on the second week of testing it, you're now completely engulfing the previous candle that happened to be a bearish engulfing candle. So we could say this is a bullish bamboozle candle, right? Engulfing into engulfing. I love it though. Successfully holding January's high as support. And that never happened before. Holy crap. It's happening, chat. Part 2. Part 2. What is part 2, chat? That takes time. It takes time. If you don't understand this could take months, you're psycho. You're crazy. People like call me names and stuff. It's like, where's your 88K, Ray? What a joke. Like just haters, man. But like, look, eventually $88,000 or $87,500. The 1.618, right? A to B was the major wave we had that ended in April. From April to July was your B to C wave. We've completed and confirmed the C wave with a rally, and now, on the daily, locally, we're looking, and you have a smaller ABCD to boot within this. It's like ABCDception, right? We already have this plotted. Let's plot it again, delete it real quick, right? You have multiple ABCDs, a smaller one and a much larger one. And the eventual end game of this wave is 87.2. But the smaller one is, 61K. Really, really good stuff, dude. Yeah, 88K is extremely conservative compared to stock to flow models and many people out there, right? What they think. I'm just going literally off of traditional technical analysis for my targets and fib extensions, not, oh, well, this new thing that exists is, that's what we're going to use. 10 minutes. 10 minutes until your weekly candle close. Or 9 minutes anyway, excuse me. And it's only the 3rd of the month, so it's the 3rd best day to join the Patreon, where you get trade setups, education, and access to the premium Discord, where there is constant chat activity, right? Where people are trying to help each other. We're all on the same trading journey together, and it's like, you have a question, my God, it's just like there's so much to learn, and the premium Discord chat is a great way to expand your knowledge. So join it, and that's the best way to support what I do. Hey, you like what I do here every day? You want me to keep coming back? Make sure it keeps rolling? You should join the Patreon. That's it, man. Instead of like tipping $100, $150, you can just join the Patreon, and then you get the trade setups, education, and all the premium Discord chat. Yeah, 8% discount for annual Patreon. Yep. So it's like if you wanted to join an annual Patreon, you're literally only paying for 11 months. You're not paying for 12. So there's literal value in it. So just trying to run out the clock now. 7 minutes, 30 seconds till you're close. run out the clock situation. I got something to do right after this. I mean, lightning strike. What?
Join Patreon. Done.
What's up, Ravenclaw? Thanks, dude, for the advocacy. Much love. Do I think I'll be doing these streams during the next crypto bear market? That's where I was born as a streamer. I was born into the great correction. I started streaming February 9th, 2018. You know what that means, right? It was a long time of lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, ups and downs. There were trade setups in between there, right? That was the year of bullish bearish divergence on the daily for Bitcoin. Over and over and over it played out. So that should answer your question. If I was born in a bear market as a streamer, while everyone else quit, the Moon Boys were gone. And they're back now, of course. They come back when the market turns around. They all do. But which ones are going to stick around during the bear markets? Good question. Thanks, Captain Crypto. Keith, I don't know if it applies. I don't think it applies. I don't think you can get like a discounted rate of the annual, but Brad probably knows better. I think Brad knows better than me. I know he knows better than me. XPR doing stuff. I don't have projections. I don't do beginning of week projections. Oh, you should be able to upgrade to annual at that tier, Keith S. Go to manage memberships on the Patreon site. Boom. Maybe, dude. Maybe you can. What's up, G-Dog? Thanks, man. Okay, we have less than 5 minutes. I'm just here, and I'll be out of here real fast. Onwards and upwards.
Thanks for the stream. Can you look at Kios, please?
Thanks, man, for the contribution. There's always been a $20 minimum. If you wanted a formal request, you know, like, hey, man. No offense, you know, I do appreciate the contribution, but it's a quality of life thing. We figured it out a long time ago. I'm not here to tell you about projections. People keep saying the word projection or prediction. It's all about the levels, man. And we just successfully back tested a critical level out of support. And we're on the weekly, one of the most significant time scales, we were bullishly engulfing. You understand? On the monthly, which unfortunately there's still 27 days left. You're working on a bullish engulfing candle on the monthly, chat. What? Very good stuff is occurring, though I cannot say where Bitcoin's going next. You know what bullish engulfing candles mean on significant time scales. Normally really good things come after those, but not always. So we can't assume or expect anything ever. Let's go weekly on total. As this week comes to a close, chat, we have a major, undeniable bullish engulfing candle on total. So if you like totals before,
I like turtles.
even more.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei!
This is extremely significant and very bullish. The bottoms weren't perfect, but almost tweezer stuff. It's pretty good, man. Yeah, monthly on total. Why not? Very good. This is well, it's kind of weird here, but I'm telling you, dude, it's engulfing on Bitcoin and probably Ethereum too. So it's just, there's so much time left. You can't say anything about it. But listen to this, right? Look where you are. Total currently at this time, as I'm speaking to you, it'll say it closed tomorrow. The monthly candle closed tomorrow. If all stayed the same right now in 28 days, total will be making its highest monthly candle close of all time. Extremely powerful, bullish stuff, okay? But you haven't yet. But I do think this could go substantially higher this month based on history. Yeah, so it's just the beginning of the breakout that is occurring without confirmation. You are breaking out is what I'm saying to you on the monthly, and the weekly is giving us a bullish engulfing candle to let us know that this is probably a very real breakout occurring without confirmation, okay? Whew. Gotta love it, man. Very good things are occurring. Many things look like they're about to go berserk. And some already have. That's the thing. Like, you know, it's not like this is new. There are assets that were at strategic entries and longs that have gone berserk, man. Like, this is not anything new. I'm just saying more could be coming than before. Oh, we got 500 likes. Thank y'all. I really appreciate those likes, man. Okay, so I'm about to leave. We have less than 1 minute till the weekly candle close. I'm just sticking around for that. Then I'm out of here. Look on this. Oh my God. Here we are. Let's just go to that weekly so we can confirm it with Jesus chimes. Sanctioned Jesus chimes. Why don't I just tweet about it too and be like, oh yeah, dude, we did this, man. We did it, chat. Jesus chimes. It's confirmed. Weekly bullish engulfing candle. Also, hype in the chat! We did it, man. All right. I'm gonna get out of here. Wish me well on my dinner party. And let's try to stay above 48K. Let's try to stay above that high from August 14th locally. Right, hold it, and there's moon, whatever. Go to 58K in seconds. I don't know. It's up and down, up and down. It could come down to 44K and still be extremely bullish. You understand that? Could square up down here and still be fine. All right, so patience. Really good things are occurring. Noise. If you're a market participant, you're probably going to win in the next month
Jimmy
or two.
Hart. Loving the streams. Insightful and entertaining. Could you possibly take a quick look at Vet before
Bro,
you
I gotta
leave?
go, man. Don't be requesting when I tell you I have a dinner party at the end of the stream, you know, and it's like I'm late for it now. Like I gotta walk over there. Dude, VeChain broke out. It's at the 200 moving average. It had a really nice run, and it could pull back to $1.98, or I'm sorry, not $1, 9 cents to 10 cents. It's not at a strategic entry level. You had much better opportunity when it was diverging near inflection points like everything else, many others. It's had a nice wave up. It's stalling like Bitcoin. Could continue up or it could pull back some. There's no entry to take right now on BTC, but it's doing things. That's it, man. Thank you, dude. And no, like, I'm not trying to offend you or make you feel bad. It's just like, dude, come on. Like, what about me? I got a life and stuff. So I got to go. So thank you, dude. And thanks everyone else for everything, the likes, love, support, contributions. Remember, join the Patreon. It's the third best day to join the Patreon. Trade setups. I've been going, man, and there's some setups that are incredible right now that have been posted. So one's been playing out, and more could be playing out soon based on what we're seeing. Okay, I'll be back. Until next time, respect the TA.